Hey guys, it's me Savannah, and today I'm back with another Rainbow Loom tutorial, and today's video will be on my own original design of a bracelet, and today's bracelet design will be on the Bowverlapped bracelet. Yes, I said the Bowverlapped bracelet, and if you're wondering why I named it that, it's because, one, it's just a simple bracelet, and you could kind of figure out how to make it just by looking at it, but one, in the middle you can kind of see it's like a bow shape, and then it's overlapped because it's overlapped by red bands. And yeah, so that's kind of why I named it, and plus I thought it was really cute. So I have the two examples right here, and I really recommend that you do use these colors right here, just because I think they really do complement the bracelet. And I have jelly red in the middle, mango bands for the bows, and for the cap band it's silver bands. And then I have black for the outer rim. And these are all purchased from the Rainbow Loom website, like I got in my birthday haul. So to make this awesome Bowverlapped bracelet, then here's what you will need. You will first need your Rainbow Loom set up in the original staggered configuration. If you don't know what that is, it's just in this configuration right here. That's how the Rainbow Loom comes. And it should be able to work with any loom that is set up like this, even if you can't move it. Then you will need one C-clip. And then you will need your Rainbow Loom hook or any hook. I'm using my metal tipped green hook. And then you will just need rubber bands. And like I said, I do recommend the colors of this bracelet right here. But anyway, let's get started with the Bowverlapped bracelet. To start, you can begin by setting away your hook because you will not be needing it until almost the very end. So now we're going to start by placing on the bands. I'm going to be using the exact same colors as in this bracelet right here, or the two bracelets that I first showed. So you're going to first start off with black, or whatever you want your outer rim color to be. Like I said, that's the black on the outside right there. So basically, you want your arrows pointing like this, pointing up or away from you. And you're going to start by going from the first middle peg off to the first left peg, like so. And then you're going to do the same to the right side, like so. Then, on the left side, we're just going to go up with one band each, all the way up to the very top of the loom, but you're going to stop at the second to last peg. And I won't fast forward in this one, just because I want to kind of show you in case you're not really sure how to place it on. So I'm just going up one by one, and I'm going to turn it just because the camera can't really see it all. Have a few more pegs to go. Oops, I just dropped that one. Okay. So embarrassing. And see, you're going to stop at the second to last peg like that, and then you're going to take another black band and just go in to the center. Then you're going to go back to the start, and you're basically going to be repeating the same pattern but just on the right side. Again, when you get to the second to last peg, you're just going to go inward like that. So now we're just going to basically push all of our bands down, and that's what your loom should look like. So you're just going to basically push all of them down, just because this will help you once we start placing on more bands, because bands will be overlapped during this tutorial. So yeah, and I wouldn't say that this is a very hard bracelet, but I wouldn't say it's the easiest for people who are just starting out. So now that you have your bands all pushed down, which that will make it easier, we're now going to begin by placing on our red bands, or middle bands. So now we're going to begin by placing our red bands on. I'm using red jelly. So basically, let me just focus that first. Okay, you're going to go from the first middle peg to the second middle peg, second middle peg to the third middle peg, and then the third middle peg to the fourth middle peg, and you're just going to basically go up the whole loom, because I know that's going to get annoying if I'm saying like all the pegs, and you're going to get really annoyed with me. I don't like getting annoyed with myself. And I really wouldn't want to hear somebody say that the whole way up. So you're basically going the whole way up just with one single band. You basically only need one single band basically for this whole thing. And then placing on our last band like that. And then you're going to want to push these down again, because these are going to be the bands that are basically going to get really overlapped. So yeah. Now we're going to place on our mango bands, and these are the mango bands. And those bands on the bracelet would be the little bow tie things that sort of look like that. So yeah, and the red bands will be overlapping them, so that's why we're going to put the red bands on first, because when you hook them, they're going to be overlapping the bows. So that's why we put the bows on second. So now let's start with the mango bands. You're going to go from the first left peg up to the second middle peg, like so. Then you're going to go from the second middle peg to the first right peg, like that. And then I'm going to be skipping these 3 pegs and then going to our next set of pegs, which will be these, repeating, going from the third left peg this time and to the 4th middle peg, and then going over to the 3rd right peg. You're going to basically be skipping 1 row of 3 pegs each time you do this. So now, since you did it right here, you're going to skip these 3 and go on to these 3 right here. Just placing them on. Same way, skip these 3, and then you're going to go with 2 rubber bands. So you're basically skipping 1 each time, so you'll skip these and go on to these these pegs right here. And I'm sorry if I'm not moving really fast, it's just because I'm looking on the camera as well. Then placing on our last set of mango bands. So now your loom should look something like this. So now we're going to be placing on the silver cap bands or the middle of the bracelet. You see that little silver thing right there? That is going to be the cap band, which the cap band holds the rubber band, sorry I lost my train of thought, to the bracelet. So now we are going to be placing on the cap bands. So take 1 silver band. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see this better. And I hope this is better quality. It's on my iPhone and it doesn't make like a loud noise in the background, I think. So you're just going to take it and wrap it around 3 times, and that's going to allow it to be secure on the bracelet. You can push the bands down if you need to. Just take it, wrap it around 3 times, and then you're going to take it and do this on every like little arrow, triangle thing, whatever you want to call it, just because that holds it down to the bracelet, like I already said, so don't think I need to repeat it, although I already did. So just repeat that, going the whole way down, which I just won't fast forward just because I'm at my last one now, so it's kind of pointless. And yeah, so that's what your loom should look like with the silver cap bands on, all of them. Now we're at the end of our loom, so right on this peg, the last peg or the 13th peg in the middle row, we're going to add on a cap band, so you can just turn that around if you'd like. And you're just going to wrap a black band around, or whatever your color is for the outside, around it 3 times, 3 to 4 times. And now we can start the hooking process. So first we have to start off by hooking the bows, just because the red will overlap them afterward, and we can't hook the red first because, you know, otherwise if the bows aren't hooked, then it's going to fall apart and you're not going to like it. So first you're just going to go under the silver cap band, I hope you can see this, and you're going to first grab the top mango band, which should be this band right here. You're going to take it and just bring it over to the left side. You're going to go under again, and this time you're going to grab this band and just take it and bring it over to the right side. And then you're going to do the same for the next one. Just grabbing the top band, bringing it over to the left, that's where it should be. And then doing the same for the other side, but to the right. You're going to basically just do this the whole way down, and they should be making or forming teardrop shapes as you go. Like so. You're just going to get under that silver cap band or whatever cap band you're using. Pull it over to the left, because that's how we place it on, and then over to the right. If you're not doing this the same way, or it's not looking the same way, then you probably placed the bands on wrong, and you might want to make sure for the first time that you place them on right or correctly, just because otherwise that could end up in your bracelet breaking or something else happening to it. So that's what your loom should look like in the end. Now we are going to hook the red bands, or the overlapping bands, and that's why we had to do the bows first. So you're basically going to go under the black cap band, grab the first band, which is the red band, and bring it forward. Go under the silver band, grab the red band, and then you can basically just loom forward, and you should be kind of used to this if you're like an intermediate to advanced loomer, Or, yeah. So you're basically just going to hook forward with the red. Hope you guys can see this all right. And I hope this is focused because I'm using a homemade tripod with my cell phone, and there's a piece of duct tape taped to a makeup mirror, so I hope it's fine. But that's what your middle row should look like. Looks pretty focused to me, so that's what your middle row should look like. Now we're going to hook the outside or perimeter bands. So, oh, those are the black. So they're going to overlap the bows on the outside. So you're basically going to get under that black cap band, and you're going to grab this band right here, which should be the top one, and bring it over to the left. Then go back in and grab the one looping over to the right. And you're basically just going to grab the black bottom band each time and just basically looming forward. And I'm going on the left side right now. You can do left or right, whichever one you kind of want to do first, but you do have to do both of them, otherwise your bracelet will just fall apart. And I'll cut the video before I do the other one. And then once you get to the top of it, you're just going to go under and bring that band toward the middle. Now repeat on the other side. Once you have finished, this is what your loom should look like. And if you don't have any of these steps done, and if you don't know how to do it, then you can just rewind the video and see how I did it the first time. So now I'm just going to zoom in again, and we're going to go to our last peg right here. You're going to stick your metal tipped hook or whatever hook you're using in. Take your perimeter colored band, one of them, stick it onto the hook, and then pull it through all of these bands. Now we can take our design off of the loom, and everything should come off all right, and if it doesn't, then you might have hooked something wrong, and you can just wiggle it, or however it comes off, just make sure you get it off the loom. And now that's what it should look like once it's off the loom. And this bracelet is too short to wear, so now we have to create an extension for it, which I'll show you how to do. And take your loom, and you can use whatever color you need to for this. I'm going to use the black again, just because I like it with the perimeter color. So you're going to take it, and you can do this however much it will fit your wrist. I don't have a very big wrist, so I'm going to do about 8 bands down any side of your loom. You can do it in the middle, left, or right side. I'm just going to use one band. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8. Sorry if that's annoying with me counting. And then take what's on your hook, because it should be on your hook, otherwise it's going to fall off. And you're basically going to push this band down. And this is going to be used as your capping band. So you're just going to place that on there. And then you're going to get this band right here, take it, and hook it forward. Like that. And then you're basically just going to hook forward, like so, to create a single chain. And this will enable you to wear your bracelet without it, cutting off your circulation, which that would be bad. So then you're going to just take this, put it over to the middle peg if you'd like, and then you're going to take your C-clip, S-clip, or O-clip, doesn't matter what clip it is, just as long as it's a clip, and then you're just going to place it on there, and then you can just take it off, and then you can basically just put it on to where your cap band is, and there should be like a little loop right there or something. Slide it on. If I can get it on, hold on. And then you are free to wear your bracelet. So thank you guys so much for watching the Bowverlapped Rainbow Loom bracelet tutorial, and I will see you guys in my next Rainbow Loom tutorial, makeup, or any sort of video. So thanks guys for watching.